With the Division 2 Battle for Brooklyn DLC releasing in 24 hours, many of you guys been asking, yo, Skillz, is Battle for Brooklyn DLC worth it? How much is it gonna cost? Is there a deluxe edition? And what do you get in it? So we'll be going over all that so you can decide for yourself if it's worth it for you. So let's get into the DLC Battle for Brooklyn. So there are gonna be two versions of the DLC coming at launch. There's going to be the regular version of Battle for Brooklyn, and then there's going to be the Battle for Brooklyn Deluxe Edition. The difference between the two is in the Deluxe Edition, you will get exclusive cosmetics as this canvas outfit and this canvas weapon skin. Now, everybody who purchases Battle for Brooklyn DLC will receive a level 40 boost, allowing for your friends, new players, returning players to boost straight to level 40 if they do not have a level 40 character. And the next question we'll have is, what is the price difference between Battle for Brooklyn and Battle for Brooklyn Deluxe DLC? Well, lucky enough, over on Best Buy, they already have the USD prices already listed. And if you would like to buy Battle for Brooklyn DLC by itself, it's going to cost you $14.99. And if you would like to get the Deluxe Edition, it will be $24.99. Now, remember, if you are new and deciding to get into the Division 2 right now, well, there are going to be three versions for you. You have the base game, which is not going to come with any of the expansions. You have the Gold Edition, which will come with Warlords of New York and Battle for Brooklyn. And then you have the Ultimate Edition, which will also come with Warlords of New York, Battle for Brooklyn DLC, the Year 1 Pass, the Ultimate Pack, and then 1,000 credits. And many of you guys may ask, well, what is part of that Year 1 Pass? So the Year 1 Pass gave you instant unlock of all Year 1 specializations, 8 exclusive narrative missions, classified assignments, 1 exclusive Agent Ward outfit, 1 exclusive Scout emote, and 50 increased stash space. Don't forget, you also got 50 increased stash space for owning Warlords of New York, and you'll get an additional 50 stash space for owning Battle for Brooklyn. Now, the Gold Edition will run you $59.99, and the Ultimate Edition is going to run you $69.99. So now that you know what each edition of Battle for Brooklyn comes with and how much it costs, well, what are you getting? Let's get into that. Now, some of you guys may ask, well, how many missions are in the new DLC? Well, there's going to be a total of 3 main missions, 4 world missions, and 2 story missions. So a total of 9 missions. But the main missions and the world missions are the only missions that you will be able to replay. The difference between main missions and world missions is world missions are just a little bit bigger than your side missions in the Division 2 currently. Now, the main missions are just the same size or a little larger than the main missions we currently have. And then the story missions are not replayable, but they kind of connect the whole story together. But they are not that long either. If you would like to play the story missions again, you would have to make a new character and then run through the whole campaign for Battle for Brooklyn. Now, the 4 world missions are actually connected on the map itself, so you will not have to fast travel to them. But the 3 main missions, you will need to take a helicopter to arrive to those locations. So to sum that up, there are 9 total missions, 2 story missions, 3 main missions, 4 world missions. So a total of 7 replayable missions and 2 non-replayable missions. Now, there is a settlement in Brooklyn, plus there will be 2 safe houses, 1 in Brooklyn Heights and 1 in Dumbo. So if you guys might have noticed, there are 2 open world named zones, 4 control points, 12 living world activities, and there will be 10 bounty locations scattered throughout Brooklyn. Now, if you're into hunters, there's going to be 8 new hunter riddles. And here's an exclusive look at 2 of the new hunters coming and the masks that you can get from killing them. I'm already a big fan of both of these masks, and take a look at their new hunter outfits, which they did revamp for Battle for Brooklyn. Now, along with the 8 new hunter riddles, there's going to be over 16 world bosses and 30 plus collectibles for you to collect. Now, if you haven't been playing the Division 2 for a while, don't worry, because you will be able to use a level 40 character boost and jump right into the DLC. If you haven't noticed, well, Division 2 DLC for Battle for Brooklyn is actually set in a different time than the main game. It is set in autumn, so you will be seeing a lot more color in the trees than just green. Now, there's an exclusive mask coming with the Battle for Brooklyn DLC that you can only get to drop in the newest DLC, and it's amazing for fighting cleaners because it gives you bonuses for dealing dealing and receiving status effect damage. Also, this mask allows you to keep ADS and even if you are on fire. And it has a really cool camo called reactive camo. While you're moving, the mask lights up like it's about to burst into flames. And when you're not moving, it looks like it was just extinguished with just some smoke coming from it. There's also a new skill that is tied to the DLC. It is smart cover. There's going to be 2 variants of it. You can either shoot it at an area and all the walls in the area will be in smart cover, or you can stick it to the wall that you're currently in cover. The offensive variant is precision, and what it does is it gives you radius, weapon handling, damage to targets out of cover. The defensive version is called fortified. It gives you bonus armor, explosive resistance, pulse resistance. Now remember, you will not be able to get this skill unless you own the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. Now, there are 2 main enemy factions you will be fighting in Brooklyn, and it is the Rikers and it is the Cleaners. Now, the Cleaners are actually armed with a different type of flame. They have the purple flame, and what that does, it not only burns you, but it also causes corrosion damage. Now, the Rikers are also armed with something special, but the devs have been very secretive on how the Rikers will look and what they will be armed with. Now, many of you may ask, well, how long is this DLC? The devs have confirmed that the DLC should take you about 6 to 10 hours to complete. Now, I'll tell you, this probably doesn't include solving the 8 hunter riddles. As you guys know, sometimes that takes a couple days, a couple hours. Really depends on how difficult they will be to solve. But we definitely have a really good Division 2 community who is really dedicated to solving these riddles. But besides that, 6 to 10 hours should be what you expect to get out of this Battle for Brooklyn DLC. And it's probably the main reason why they priced the DLC at $15. Now, many of you guys may ask, well, Skills, there's only one new exotic coming and one new skill. Where is all the new gear and all the new weapons coming with the new DLC? Well, if you didn't know, there is going to be a Year 7 Season 1 pass that launches on May 27th. And while the Season Premium Pass isn't free, the Season Pass always has free items, and all those free items will include all the new gear, including the new exotics, weapons, gear items that are coming to that new season. And that's been like that for years. So for all of you new players, don't worry, you do not have to buy the premium pass if you don't want to, as the season pass will have free items on there that include all of those. Now, again, if you do like vanity items, weapon skins, well, then maybe the premium pass will be for you, and that usually runs about $10. Now, the season pass will have new gear, new brand sets, and new talents, but 3 of the coolest items that are coming are going to be 3 exotics. The first one's going to be the Tinkerer Mask, and what this is going to allow you to do is use 2 talents on one weapon. If your primary and secondary weapons are not an exotic and not a named weapon and of the same type, the secondary weapon talent will also be applied to the primary weapon. Now, this exotic mask is tied to the master difficulty in the new season, so we will have to wait a couple weeks after May 27th before we can get this. Now, the next exotic is the Nimble Holster. You receive repairs of 5% of your total armor for every 1 meter you run cover to cover. Now, damage taken while doing the cover to cover is also healed over 10 seconds. And if you see in this gameplay right here, you pretty much become invincible with the amount of healing you have. So if you pair this up with the right builds, maybe a red build, maybe something has a little bit armor regen, the amount of healing you're going to be having coming in is going to keep you alive. I could even see some all red build players using this, especially if they don't want to keep going through armor kits, because it is rolled all reds. So this is going to be a cool piece to see added to builds. And the third exotic is the PCON, which didn't really stand out to me, and I believe they are going to be tweaking this one. Each kill with this weapon gains a stack of 50% magazine size, increase the next magazine up to 4 stacks. I believe they are tweaking this one, so hopefully it's a lot better than this when it does come with the new season. So in total, with both the DLC and Year 7 Season 1 Pass, there's 4 exotics, there's 1 new gear set, 1 new brand set, some new named items, some new talents. So enough new gear for you to grind and hopefully put together some creative builds. And there you have it. That is what you guys are getting with the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. Let me know in the comments which version of the Battle for Brooklyn DLC you plan on picking up. The regular version or the deluxe edition, or if you're new, gold, ultimate, or just the base game. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, Nothing But Skills is out.